So I was just watching a British movie and I found out what they call cigarettes over there. That's ridiculous.
What? Fags?
Yeah, but I can't believe you said that. They really should bleep that word out when they're showing it on TV. Those words can trigger bad reactions and memories for some people.
Well, all kinds of words can remind people of bad things. That doesn't mean we should start getting rid of them left and right. I mean, the word moist makes a lot of people uncomfortable. Should we censor that on TV?
No, come on. You know I'm talking about serious words. Words that we all know are aimed at hurting people.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's my point though. The word fag isn't intended to hurt anybody when it's being used to refer to cigarettes. The same goes for many other words that people sometimes want to censor, just because they remind them of concepts that they aren't even connected to. For example, the supermarket Aldi's is now changing the name of its paint color, which was called rape yellow, because of a complaint from a sexual assault victim.
That's really good. They shouldn't have a paint color named after a horrible sex crime anyway.
That's the thing though, it wasn't named after a sexual crime, it was referring to rapeseed, which is a word we don't see much in the US because our stores usually call oil from rapeseed plants canola oil. Look, I think having practical censorship on TV and in stores is a good idea. I don't want kids watching the uncut version of Pulp Fiction at 10 in the morning on Saturday or anything like that. But if we start banning words and names simply because they remind us of other words that make us uncomfortable, we've definitely gone too far, don't you think? It would be an extreme mistake to restrict free speech just because people might misunderstand what's spoken. A similar situation has happened multiple times with the word niggardly, which just means miserly or stingy, and was actually around before the word that we now know of as the A-word. Even in situations which obviously don't reference race, people have still gotten themselves into big trouble using the word niggardly. But just like Julian Bond, former chairman of the NAACP said, "You hate to think you have to censor your language to meet other people's lack of understanding."
You seriously can't expect people to always understand that certain words aren't offensive when they sound so much like words that are meant to be offensive.
Maybe not, but is it really too much to expect people to stop being upset after it's been explained to them?